And so, being a pastor, you are, given a great responsibility. You are as human as the next person, but your position puts you at in a different level that you will be held accountable here on earth.
You're gonna be
And
judged
also
differently.
be judged also
You're gonna be judged.
whether that's good or bad. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is.
However that falls. And so now I do think that now we say on this part a lot, context is key. Right? Context is, can I say it's everything to me. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point, like you said, we talked about this on the phone. You know what I'm saying? You can be like your situation when you left here a few weeks ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that situation can look a certain way if you just look at it from the lens of one camera.
Right.
But if you knew all the details and context that led up to that, it would be a total different spin on it, right? And so given this whole thing with Pastor Floyd, the context of it is interesting. Now, I just thought about this because I think you would agree one of his strengths was probably evangelism, right?
That's at the top of what
Correct.
his gift set was and what he cared about.
And so evangelism, that's pretty much kind of the gift of gab. You know what I'm saying? To where I could be anywhere at any time and spark a conversation with anybody, or just hear something and be like, hey, have you thought about this? Da, da, da. And so now it's almost like the gift that I believe God gave him, you know what I'm saying, ended up for whatever. I don't know whether he was on anything or had a sip or two, whatever. That I guess that really doesn't matter, but it's to the point to where the conversation got out of hand, right?
Yeah, something.
And so when the conversation got out of hand, this is the part to where I'm just like, well, it's a point to pull back, because I think that's what me and you were going back and forth, because it's like, especially talking about a woman, but you say it was other two.
Yeah,
it was two other dudes.
A total of three people. It wasn't just the woman. But go ahead. I'll chime in.
No. It was three people, but the woman, that was the one I was keying on, because it's like, I mean, we know women. You know what I'm saying? Women can be feisty, emotional,
and that's what was in the headline.
It was. And so, when stuff like that happens, for me personally, I'll engage, but then it's like, at some point I would like go back if I see it going to a certain level. This is just me, right? And so now, if somebody said like your mama, or put my wife in it, put my kids in it, then that could trigger something in me, right? That could trigger something. And so you brought that to my mind that I don't think I considered at first. And so now we don't know the context of it. We know the details of what the police report says, but you brought some scenarios up to where, like, what if this happened? What if this was said? And then now, that flesh gonna rise up. You feel me? Everybody got that in them. Whether that's a clergyman, you know what I'm saying, a nigga on the street, or whatever. So, but I do think the context part matters a lot.
Yeah. I mean, and my thing was, and I alluded to this at the start of it, it was a lot of people who, when it initially happened, man, y'all was out here clout chasing. Y'all was trying to make a name for yourself. You was trying to move the algorithm. Shame on you. If you report it, and I'm going to say it, some of y'all going to see me out in the street, and if you want to whoop my ass, guess what? I just took an ass whooping. But you know what you can't change?
You got bag up.
But you know what you can't change, though? If you're a fake-ass person, you can never live that down. Wow. I can always whoop somebody else's ass. I could do something heroic, and people forget about that ass whooping. But if you are a fake-ass person, you cannot live that down. And some of you all benefited from a relationship with Pastor Floyd. Some of you all claim to have been friends with him. Some of you all claim to have known him. And when it happened, the first thing, all pussy ain't good pussy. All what's done in the dark come to light. That's what you get for creeping around. Karma's a bit like, that's all we're seeing, right? Yeah, but now when the information comes out, oh, wait, let's dispel some of these myths. Wait a minute, because we talked about this. Yeah. Oh, wait, that was 2 minutes away from his house?